and I say, hey, a lot of times what I want to do in the GIS is I want to get to where I can look at patterns, relationships, and trends. So if I filter this data, I could filter it on month, I could filter it on the category, right? Again, with the filter tool. And if you know a little bit about expression building, that's a very powerful thing. So if you learn a little bit about the arcade expression language, which is part of ArcGIS Online and ArcGIS Pro, and I'm going to add an expression here, and I can say, hey, just like we did with the tornadoes, I can say, well, there's the August tornadoes. I've got it by number. So there's the July hurricanes. And then, June, May, not very many. What about April? I've got one in the data set. And then February, January. So what is the max? It looks like, as you probably would suspect, September is the numeric max. So I could also say, well, you know, I really only want to look at category, okay? Replace, category is, what do I have for choices there? I've got probably category EF, I've got category 1 through 5 in terms of hurricanes. So I could say, you know, I really want to look at just the big hurricanes, okay? So I can do that. So filtering, symbolizing, all these are important considerations when you're using a GIS. Another way to do that, of course, is to create a story map or a filtered map like I've got here, which I've just selected the 10 most damaging hurricanes, and I've made this map with, again, some symbology that may or may not work so well. The colors could be adjusted a little bit. But then, here's a story map on tropical cyclones and why they matter. So this is another way of conveying the information that I had in my big geo database for maybe constituents, patrons, board of directors, for the general public, etc., about why tropical hurricanes matter, and with some maps in there, with some charts and graphs. So the point is, story maps, there's about 2.5 million story maps in existence right now. 2.5 million of a wide variety of quality. The point is, story maps, dashboards, infographics, visualizations are being used to convey the results of business decisions, as I've illustrated earlier, hazards decisions and data, and a whole wide variety of other phenomena and issues that are critical to us building a more resilient future. So the point is, you've got a lot of data at your fingertips, you've got some good tools, you've got a great community of people in the geospatial world, and I would just encourage you to think about the following. With all those good people and good tools and good models, climate models and other things that we've got at our fingertips, we want to be smart about the way that we use geotechnologies, not just because they exist. We want to choose geotechnologies when it's appropriate to do so, and oftentimes it is appropriate to do so because we're asking the whys of where question, but also being thoughtful about the data, right? Where does it come from? Where can I get it? How do I know if I can trust it, etc.?